morning, folks. So after spending the night in the car, it was a rough night. Not a lot of room, especially with all the suitcases in there, but still managed to get some sleep. So today I'm charging up again at the Lardal Supercharger. I lost about 10% overnight by sleeping in the car, so I'm charging that back up again. And today we're going to do a quick visit to Oslo, and then the target for today is to drive all the way down to Malmö, which is 890 kilometers from here. But that should be doable, because once I reach the outskirts of Oslo, then the highway speeds, they go up from 70 or 80 kilometers an hour all the way up to 100 and 110. So that will make up some time for covering that distance. But yeah, looking forward to getting home. Still aiming for Sunday noon to make it there. So yeah, we're still on track for that. But right now, I mean, look at this. This is the scenery you're waking up to. It's just beautiful, right? And that also makes it all worth to do this little side trips. I'm here at Gulsvik Supercharger, and it's not the car that needs a charge, it's me that needs a break. So I've been driving for 2.5 hours now, so yeah, time to get some rest to keep it safe on the road as well. So I'm going to do a quick pit stop, charge up for about 5 to 10 minutes, and then I'll be on my way to Oslo, where maybe I can use one of the EV parking garages, especially for EVs, and charge up a little bit more there. Then I don't need to stop at the border. But the car was ready to just drive all the way to the Swedish border without needing a charge at all. So yeah, 5 to 10 minutes stop, and then we're off again. Alright, this is it. We are leaving Norway. It's been a fun 3.5 weeks for me being here. We've seen top to bottom. Thank you for having us, and we'll definitely be back someday. We are here at the Tanum Supercharger again, and as you can see behind me, it is just packed with Teslas, and most of them are Norwegians, but there's also a shopping mall here, so maybe they come to shop here while they supercharge, I don't know. But it wasn't like this the last time, so I'm thinking, just like yesterday, it's more like an exodus, like it was in Donbass. I don't know, but yeah, it's not a good promise for high charging speeds, of course, if so many Teslas are charging. So let's hope we can get it up to let's say at least 80 kilowatts before before this starts going down again. So yeah, I'm going to be a bit longer here than I expected. I was supposed to charge only for about 15 minutes. We'll be closer to half an hour, but yeah, that's the Tesla life. But as I said, there's a shopping center here, so let's do some shopping maybe, grab something to eat, look around a little bit, get some rest, and then we're off again to Göteborg. and after that we'll see how far we go. We're not going to reach Malmö today probably, because then I would be driving until 10 o'clock tonight again. But yeah, maybe somewhere in between. That would be great. Good morning again. So we're closing in on home, but not there just yet. I didn't get to go as far as I planned to go yesterday, because Malmö was going to be too far. But beyond Göteborg and between Göteborg and Malmö, there were no hotels available. So I had to stop in Göteborg. That means that today I have about 150 or 200 kilometers additional to cover. But yeah, it's at highway speeds of 110, 120. A big piece of Germany already today, so hopefully traffic won't be that bad, because this is the last weekend of July, which is usually called a black weekend. So I'm really hoping that I'm not stuck in traffic all day. But we'll see. Not much I can do about it at the moment. So right now, first thing we need to do is get to Malmö and find a good spot to have a lookout or a vantage point on the bridge, and take a couple of pictures there. That will be my first resting stop. I have a Supercharger stop just before that, so maybe that will already give me a good view on the bridge. I don't know. Haven't looked at the details of that yet, but yeah, it's going to be a long day again. Behind me you see the Öresundsbridge, which connects Sweden with Denmark. And the cool part about the bridge is that in the middle of the crossing, that bridge turns into a tunnel. So that's nice. I was hoping to fly the drone here, but winds are at a steady 12 meters per second with gusts of over 15 meters per second. So that means that is beyond the limits of the drone, and I won't be flying it here, unfortunately. But yeah, so this is my last moment in Sweden. Now I'm going to head back to the car and cross into Denmark, and then get to Middelfart probably for the next Supercharger, maybe Køge, which is the cool one because that one has a lot of stalls but also a solar canopy. So we'll see if I stop there, yes or no. And then I get to Germany as quickly as possible, just to get the major part of my journey home today. Alright, so we made it into Germany, but that was a fraught passage of Denmark. I mean, yeah, I spent about an hour in traffic just before the toll booth for the bridge. Not the first one, the famous one, but for the second bridge. So the first one was only like 10 minutes or so. But something happened on my way to the second bridge that connected to the mainland. I don't know, but yeah, that cost me over an hour in total on travel time. So that means that I'll be driving somewhat longer tonight. So I didn't really need to charge here at Busdorf. I still have roughly 50% left, but the next one is going to be Lohne or maybe Stur. Before that, that's an alternative, but around Hamburg there is not much of superchargers, so it's a big stretch of about 300 kilometers. And yeah, we're in Germany, so I love driving at Autobahn speeds as well, as much as possible. This afternoon traffic was really busy around Hamburg. It seems to have died down. I was contemplating about actually sleeping in the car a little bit and driving later tonight, but it seems that traffic has gone better around Hamburg, so I'm going to take advantage of that situation and go past Hamburg and then see where we end up and where we are going to sleep tonight. So I'm at the Supercharger in Stur right now. I was hoping to get to Lohne, but there are no hotels available in that area at the moment. So yeah, I'll be staying here about 10 minutes away, close to the highway as well. So I'll be directly onto the highway tomorrow morning. And then I have a 5.5 hour drive to do, which I can maybe cut down to 5 hours, because if the highway, the Autobahn is like today, that was awesome. I managed to do constantly 150, a lot of the time 180, and I did 2 sections of 210 kilometers an hour for 15 minutes straight. So it was pretty much empty, the Autobahn, which was great, and that saved me a lot of time. So on that section that I did from the border to Hamburg, and there was some roadworks, and through the tunnels there you can't drive that fast, of course. And after that, coming here, so those 2 sections, I could drive close to 200 kilometers an hour, which was great. And also by driving 210 for 15 minutes, the P100D was not reacting at all concerning the heating of the battery or the motors, so there was no reduction in power whatsoever. I could still do the 210 constantly, and when driving 150, when the car was in between, for example, it was still reacting very, I could say violently when accelerating. So the kickdown still was a real kickdown at 150, and that remained that way even though I was driving 210 the period before that. So happy with the way that the car is doing that. Yeah, right now I'm charging up to 90% and going to the hotel, getting a good night's sleep, and tomorrow in the afternoon, hoping for the early afternoon, depending on traffic of course, I'll be happy to see the wife and kids again. We are here at the Supercharger in Moers, and as you can see behind me, it is a full house at the moment. There's just one guy that left and the other one that took its place, so there's one guy queuing. It's not a good way to end this very beautiful trip, because that means that at the moment I'm charging at 36 kilowatts, which would take me close to 2 hours to get charged enough to get home. So yeah, two possibilities. Either I do some hypermiling and I leave as soon as possible, or I plan another charge, maybe in Lummen, Belgium, to charge up there, but not sure if that's going to be any better, yes or no. Alrighty guys, we finally made it home. So we did a total of 8,707.6 kilometers on this road trip with an average consumption of 199 watt-hour per kilometer, which is a lot lower than what I'm used to. Normally on these road trips I am around 210, 215. Of course, I've been driving in Norway a lot now, and with the slower speeds that you drive there, you reduce the consumption as well, of course. So yeah, let's recap a little bit. So, a lot of miles driven, a lot of kilometers driven, a lot of beautiful scenery. Going there, picking up the family, and coming back home alone from Tromsø. Yeah, that was crazy, right? I don't think I'll be doing that anytime soon again. I underestimated the duration of the trip that it takes. I also did some scenic routes additionally. I think I could have shaved a day off in total if I just driven home, but then it would be 4 days of straight driving, and yeah, I was really tired anyway. So right now I got to see some nice scenery along the way as well, and I enjoyed myself along the way, so that's good. I think for the trip itself, everybody enjoyed himself. It was tiring for the kids. We covered not as much distance as we did last year, the family part, I mean. But yeah, it was long driving because it was slow driving as well. But we had a blast. We will definitely be going back to Norway, but not next year. Right? I promised my oldest son we'd go south next year. He wants to go somewhere where it's a little bit warmer than what we had, and he wants to go swimming in the ocean, stuff like that. So yeah, we're going to go the other direction next year. Don't know where yet. Maybe Italy, maybe Portugal, maybe just France. We have no clue. That will be decided in the next couple of months. But I'm happy to be home, and right now I'm going to play with the kids a little bit. Wish my wife a very happy birthday. So if you're watching this, maybe afterwards, still a belated happy birthday, honey. And yeah, as always, if you like this video series, please subscribe to the channel. And don't forget to click that little bell icon so you don't miss out on any new videos. And as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.